I recorded this, but it was humming. It was a humming in the background. And that was annoying me, so I know it probably annoy you guys. So let's talk. Let's talk missing bus. Let's talk aggravation. Let's talk more bills. Let's talk I'm sad. So this is what happened today. Get up, do what I have to do in the house, hit my door, 9:30, lock it up, walk up the street to get on the bus. So I normally leave my house at 9:30. To walk up the street, it's probably like a block and a half, if that. I could be saying that wrong. So I get to my bus stop, playing on the phone, playing with different things on this thing that I download on the phone to do the different videos and blah, 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 blah. And I just, for some reason, felt like I was standing there too long. So shortly after thinking that, still playing with my phone or whatever, I was like, let me just wait and see. Shortly after, the bus pulls up. The bus pulls up. So I get on the bus, but before I got on the bus, there was a red flag. This was the red flag. All right. Bus stop here. Bus stop here. This is the bus stop. This is me at the bus stop. Bus comes, stop. I was like, this is not good. It's not good. It's like, okay, now it's not the real long bus, it's the short bus. And it's like a bus van, so it's not that big. And I'm thinking to myself, this is not good. So I walked down to where she was, got on the bus, sat down. She's driving, she'll brake. She's driving, she'll brake. I'm like, oh, this is just, I'm automatically getting aggravated. I'm automatically getting aggravated. That you see all that junk I got in the background. I'll explain to you what that is, if I remember in a minute, that right there. So, now as we're going to the next destination, there's different stops. If someone wants to get on the bus, they stand by the stop, get on the bus. You know how it goes, blah, 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 blah. So she's stopping. Now, mind you, this is the bus stop. There's nobody around. You have to be to the bus stop. She can't sit and wait for you. Somebody go, hey, 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 you got to be to the bus stop. But she keeps it moving. So the whole time she's braking and driving, I'm thinking, oh my gosh. So then I realized it's after 10 o'clock. We have to get from bus 1 to bus 2, because bus 2 grabs and go. So I'm thinking to myself, I was like, this is not going to be good. That bus is already gone. So I asked her, I said, hey, can you call and ask to have the other bus and give it a bus number and ask them to hold the bus for me? So she finally was able to use her breaker, walkie-talkie, whatever boxy thingy-majiggy. Finally, she got through. I heard her ask the dispatch person. The dispatch person said, okay, that was it. When we pulled up and it was after 10, it was probably like 5 after 10, I just knew that bus was gone. Like everything in me just let me know that that bus was gone. So I get off, cross the street, and I'm looking down the road for this bus. Now, she not going on about her business. She don't care. She on her route. And you ever just looked at a situation or saw something and just know deep down within it ain't happening? When I tell you everything within me was like, listen, that bus ain't coming. That bus, because normally when that bus come, it hits the corner on 2 wheels, and he or she is coming through. No bus. So I waited there for like 5 minutes, because I think the longest I may have waited is 5 minutes. I called dispatch, and I quote, "You're the third person that called. They're not responding." I heard it, and I understood it, but I couldn't process it. So I didn't know what else to say, and then she had attitude. And at this point, I'm like, okay. So I waited a little bit longer, looking for that corner, looking for that bus to cut that corner. Nothing. Call back again. Don't know where the bus is. I said, okay. I said, all right. So part of me was like, call a cab. Another part was like, no, let's just walk. I got to get to work. We had a call at 10 o'clock. I could have been on that call. I already told my manager I was going to be a little late. We'll get to that. Needless to say, I started walking toward my job, but I stopped off and got some mail from the post office box. And I didn't realize how long my walk was. But, I mean, I needed to walk anyway, whatever. So I walked, and it took me an hour to get to where I needed to be. So I got another transit bus that only run a certain area. They only run like the downtown area. They don't go into the crooks and crannies and stuff. So caught that bus. Got off about 3 blocks from my job on a hill. When I tell you my thighs was burning, I was tired. But I pushed through and got to work. Got to work. Thank God. The total amount of work I had to do today wasn't even an hour. So I was like, you know something? I'm hungry. Let me catch this little other bus. Because I got a $5 off some wing stuff. And I went to the store and I got the little special thing. And I didn't have to pay no money. I didn't use a card, nothing. It was all paid for me. So I was like, well, let me just take this the bus that goes around that does a little transit area. Just a little downtown area. And like I said, it doesn't go in the little cracks and stuff. So I caught that. And that bus happened to go by another stop where I can get off to get back on bus number 1 from this morning. So I go do that. I walk down there because I was like, I don't think he's going to make it because traffic was really heavy. So he did. He made it before she did. So now she normally gets to that area 3:30, 4:30. She got to me after 5 o'clock. The only reason why I stayed because I called transit and they told me that she was running late. So as the first bus is pulling off, the one who goes just the downtown area, she was going to pass him by. So I'm waving and he blows his horn to let her know that somebody was waiting. This was the same woman from this morning. This was the same woman who stopped before she got to me. Kept stopping, going slow, looking lost, feeling lost, driving 2.5 miles an hour. When I tell you this lady been pushing 109 after she got me on that bus, the same lady from this morning had all this energy. I'm thinking to myself, where in the world was this energy this morning when you was driving like you was a part of the Flintstones? Like you didn't know really what to do with this bus. This lady was moving. She was moving so fast, she wasn't even stopping at the stop. She was flying. If she didn't see anybody, she was flying. But this morning, you kept stopping. Talking about this, I'm getting heated as hell. So, I mean, she's booking it. I mean, this lady is moving. And I'm sitting here going, really? Really? So finally, she said something about another bus, whatever. At this point, just get me home. But this is the thing. This is the catch. So she stopped at a stop and the guy said something. He said something to the effect of, do what you can, have a good night. And he was like, she said, oh, I'm about to get off. I said to myself, I was like, oh, so that's why we pushing 109. That's why we cutting through dust and rocks, tearing up the highways and byways, because it's time for you to get off. I was so pissed off. I don't know what their issues. They're having another high turnover because this is my first time riding in transit, but I pay attention to details a lot, and I've noticed a high turnover, and this isn't the first time. I can tell. Not only the high turnover, I remember calling one day trying to find a bus, and the lady was telling me something about, I don't know why they all leaving out so late. And I still can't figure out why you lost a whole bus and nobody still know this bus is. Gosh. So needless to say, I missed the meeting we had. Got in, got work done, and then I missed the file. The girl, I just came home and looked at the email and saw where I missed the file. Like my mind was elsewhere. This is my situation now. This is a setback. I wanted to pay off the $30,000 in 3 years. It's going to be tight. Now I got to get my car fixed. So now I'm going to have car insurance, and I'm also going to have a credit card payment. And now I'm in a dilemma. Should I put this car repair, my other 2 credit cards, and my line of credit on this one card, and just put it in this one card and have that one payment and be done with it? Like, I still have this credit card because I got the $10,000, and that's including the card that was $5,000. Now it's $2,995. Then I have PayPal for $750, and I have another card for $1,700, and then I have 2 line of credits for $1,000 each. I'll round up. They're probably not that high. So this is a setback. So now on the current big credit card that I have, based on some numbers, I'm going to be paid off way before June. I had said June. It looks like my last payment will be on that card February, March, April. So now I'm going to have to, on my part-time job, work at least 2 Saturdays a month, a full 8 hours. And them other Saturdays take whatever. And then probably jump on 2, maybe 3 nights out of the week from 4 to close, to cover the car insurance and make the credit card payments. Do I have to do that? No. Can I use my full-time job money? Yes. But it takes away from the money that I'm slamming on this debt. And then we haven't even talked about not car insurance, gas. So nationwide was $126. But then we have, because of the type of company we are, we can get discounts through other insurance companies. And I think Travelers is one of them, but I don't know if Travelers service my area. And for the first 6 months, you get these great rates, which I'm not going to knock it, because if I can get a great rate for 6 months, the hit won't be so hard in my pocket, and it's just for 6 months. And I don't know what the credit card payment's going to be. I don't know if I should put it on the same one credit card or put on a different credit card. I got 3 issues. I got O-rings and the gaskets, the rubber gasket needs to be fixed on my Honda. I always have that issue. CV joints are clicking. And then the issue with once the car heats up, it loses power and it won't crank back up. So either I can go and have him knock that out, or I can go get the main thing done. I just prayed about this last night, man. I don't ask God for a sign. I just asked him just to tell me. And I don't know if the day was one of them days. He was like, or what? I'm aggravated. I'm so aggravated. So in the morning, tomorrow's Friday. I don't work Monday. Monday's a holiday. Go back to work Tuesday. The guy's picking up my car Tuesday. It's $50 cash. I have to catch the bus tomorrow for work. I don't know what it's going to be like. It could be this same woman pick me up in the morning, and that other bus that magically disappeared may not be there, and then I have to walk my fat behind a whole nother hour to get to work. When I tell y'all, I felt like crying today. My whole entire life, God has, I don't know how to explain it, but he just did something, created me a certain way to do certain things. I've always been the person that was able to make it and take care of myself because of God. Nobody else. When I say nobody, I mean nobody, not even parents or grandparents, not even siblings or man. I've always been able to take care of myself because of God and God alone. God alone. When I tell y'all, I've had it in life so easy, and I was not rich. Like, things came to me easy, and it's all God. All glory go to God. I'll tell anybody that. I will not change that statement. I will not say anything else. I knew it was God. It was just anything that happened in my life crazy is because of what I chose to do. Things always got done. God always blessed me to get things done. Never once failed me. Not one time. When I tell y'all, like, for example, I was living in an apartment, paying $50 a month, had childcare. They would pick them up from the door hours before I had to go to work and drop them off hours after I come from work. My job was in walking distance. My rent was $50. And I wasn't on housing. Um, I think I had maybe a cable. Didn't have a cell phone or no car. Had that going good. And then it was that. Like I've always had places, nice places that I could afford, nice places that, I probably couldn't get. I've had jobs where it required degrees. I have had jobs where I had no qualifications. I have jobs where it takes you to have been having experience and for you to know somebody. When I tell you, I'll tell you about it one day. So right now, I'm like, I never depend on nobody. Never ask nobody for anything. I've had people in my life, whether family or friends, not friends, family. I only had one friend. We'll tell you about that one day. I've only had like somebody I may have dated or maybe a family member where, if I not ask for something, but, how do I say it so it makes sense? Not ask for something, or like, for example, like say I may have, and this is just for examples, but I can't think of something exact, concrete right now. Say, hey, can you, in the morning since you going that way, can you drop me off? It'll be one of those, but it'll be the same person who needs something. I've had family members live in my house and not pay no rent and dog me out. I had a family member where I took care of her child. I was in a house and I had to deal with favoritism, and I took care of her child. And this girl dogs me out, and I've done nothing wrong to her. She's not giving me $1. And when I would tell her, I babysit your child and stuff, she makes an excuse and start lying. I watched you give your child cold medicine when she did not have a cold, so she can go to sleep so you can go party. Yeah, almost killed your child. Yeah. And the woman that was my guardian, which was my grandmother, I dealt with favoritism. It was a lot of funk going on. Now, if my grandma was, and I always say this, if she was alive today, I thank God for her, because I'd rather be with her than with my parents any day of the week. If she was alive, I would still be there to take care of her, because she didn't have to take care of me. She didn't birth me. I was not her child. I was her grand, but she didn't push me out. She had 8 of her own kids she didn't raise. She shouldn't have been raising grandkids. That's just how I feel. But anyway, so now I'm not depending on nobody except God. So I'm going to just go ahead and just keep praying, get this car fixed, and just deal. Now, this guy doesn't come back to work till Tuesday. My car leaves Tuesday. I don't know how soon after he will let me know something. So I'm out of a car. I'm out of car Tuesday. So Tuesday gets there. And hopefully by Friday he lets me know something, because I don't know how busy he is. So I'm going to be a nervous wreck. So what I'm going to have to do is, a part of me is thinking I would have to get up at about 7 o'clock. No, not get up. I need to be hitting my door at 7 o'clock and walking from my house close to uptown to the Newark Transit bus. The Newark Transit bus don't start moving around till 9:15. I'll be able to get to work at about, if he gets there at 9:15, I'll probably get to work by 9:30, 9:45. I will have to walk this walk Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 4 days. To make it to work decently on time. Getting back is not an issue. 4 days. I'll have to do this for 4 days. Walking. And be praying the whole time. Unless the Lord can hook his child up and just see where Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they get it together. So now I'm going to have to push my debt payoff for 3 years, 6 months, and see what happens. So now I'm aggravated. I'm done with the bus system. I'm hoping I don't have to buy another car, which I'm not going to do that. I'll fix this one up, and I'll get back to doing what I need to be doing. So that's how my day went. It wasn't a good day at all due to the bus system. So now I sit and wait and see what the prices, everything is, and so forth. So, life. That's why I understand why it's not good to plan, but something always happen. But I'll be glad when I get a debt because I plan on saving money so when things happen, there won't be any more setbacks. I'll be ahead of the game. And I didn't do some people, Dave Ramsey started, and that's why I started hearing about it, about doing the emergency fund first. With my car, I would have probably needed an emergency funds of about $2,500 to $3,000. And that wasn't going to happen. I'm just ready to pay these bills off. So I'm just going to have to open it up. I'm not going to, 4 years, no. I think 3 years is too much, but I got to go based on my income. So that's where I am today with this. This is how I'm feeling. This is what it is. And I'm about to go and add up my bills. I get paid tonight, 12 o'clock midnight. So I just subtracted all the bills that's going out and what I'm going to have left over to put on my credit card. So it's a pretty penny. This month without my taxes, I think I might be able to put $1,000 on it because I got overtime. That's the only reason why. So we'll see what happens. So I am going to do another video on my Dollar Tree returns. I got 2 more to do, and then I can show you all the things that I got. There was some other stuff that I wanted to do, but anyway, I'm dragging because I'm aggravated and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but the day in the life of me. So you guys have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I'll do another upload before President's Day. I was going to actually work in my part-time job. I may not. I don't know. I need to rest, but we'll see. But you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and good night.